Hey guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. I'm so glad you decided to come back for another video if you're new. My name is Mel. I share What's for Dinners every Sunday, and I also share other videos on Wednesdays, so I really hope you decide to stick around for another video. So let's get into this week's meals. On this first night, we were using up some stuff that we had in the fridge that really need to get used. So I had some chicken sitting out and I went ahead and seasoned it with these seasonings, garlic, salt, pepper, and the Badia Complete. And I just cooked those in a little bit of butter and olive oil. This is just 2 chicken breasts that I split in half. I know a bunch of you found my channel from my Knorr video, so you probably know that I keep these Knorr pasta sides and rice sides on hand at all times. They're just so easy to whip together for dinner. So I'm going to go ahead and chop up all these veggies I need to get used up, and then I got these Knorr pasta sides going on the other side of the stove. Once I got all those chopped up, I removed my chicken out of my pan and I just decided to go ahead and cook the veggies in that same pan so they could pick up some extra flavor. I added more of the 3 seasonings that I had used on the chicken into my veggies as well. And then once they were done, I kind of just felt like I needed something else in here, so figured why not. Added a scoop of the Knorr butter and herb, I think it's butter and herb pasta. And you know what? Sometimes the meals that you throw together are the best meals. This was so good, so filling, and so satisfying. I also sliced up that chicken and put some in here as well. I went ahead and topped this with a little bit of cheese. I had this Mexican style cheese in the fridge that was just hanging out all by itself, needed to get used, so I just used that. And then I chopped up Elijah's chicken, put it on the noodles, and added a little bit of cheese on there as well. And then this was dinner, guys. It was so easy, but like I said, sometimes the meals that you throw together are the best meals, and this was so yummy. On this night, we had leftovers because I made this crock pot meal that I will be sharing with you guys very soon, and there was just a ton of it, so we ate on this for 2 days. On this night, I made our favorite cheesy ranch potatoes and these rosemary sage pork chops. So I started by just taking the rest of my potatoes that needed to get used up, and I did wash those really well. I decided not to peel them. Sometimes I do peel them when I make these, but I'm just going to cut these into really small cubes. That way they don't take forever to cook in the oven. And I'm going to throw those onto my lined baking sheet with some olive oil. This is my lineup of seasonings for my potatoes: onion powder, paprika, salt, pepper, garlic, and Parmesan ranch seasoning. I'm just going to get those all on my baking sheet, and I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil, that way the seasonings stick very well. And then I'm just going to apply all those seasonings on here, no measurements. I just like to say I put a nice layer over all of them. And then I'm just going to take my hand, get in there, and really make sure that I'm getting oil and seasoning on each little piece of potato. And then I just try to make sure they're flat on the tray, that way they're not on top of each other, because if they're stacked and not all in one flat layer, they are not going to cook evenly at all. So then those are going to go in the oven on, I believe, 375 for 15 minutes to start, and then we will check on them and see how they're doing. Here are the pork chops that I was using. I went ahead and added all of these seasonings, some pepper, paprika, salt, rosemary, and sage onto my pork chops, and I just kind of press those into the pork chops. And then I'm just going to cook these in a little bit of butter and olive oil. I'm also throwing in 2 cloves of garlic. I just kind of sliced them into smaller pieces. Those are just going to cook with the pork chops in the butter and just kind of put off a little bit of extra flavor for those pork chops. Once those were done, I went ahead and put those on our plates, and the potatoes were actually getting done around the same time as these, but with the way this video is, it looks like the potatoes were in the oven much longer. But anyways, this next clip, we're going to get back to our potatoes. So I'm pulling them out of the oven after it's been about 15 minutes, and I'm just going to take a spatula and make sure they're not sticking, kind of mix them around a little bit. And then if they are sticking, I'll add more oil, but mine were pretty good. So I went ahead and put those back in the oven for another 15 minutes. This is after the second round in the oven. They were fork tender. So now I'm going to take some shredded mild cheddar cheese, just sprinkle that over the top. And then after that, it's going to go back in the oven for about 3 to 4 minutes, just long enough to melt that cheese, and then you're going to add some ranch. And then I just top that with a little bit of parsley, and then here are the finished plates. So I was actually going to make some broccoli with this, but turns out I used it for something else, so I ended up not being able to make that, but this was dinner on this night. On this night, we actually just got some Taco Bell as a quick, easy dinner just because I was not feeling that well and my husband got home kind of late this night, so quick and easy it is. For the last night of the week, I made pigs in a blanket with garlic and herb mac and cheese. So I started getting my water ready, and this is the first time I've ever got this. It was actually picked up by mistake. It was okay, but I probably wouldn't buy it again. And then we're just going to get started on our pigs in a blanket. So usually I use regular hot dogs or turkey dogs for this. This time I'm using these jalapeno cheddar smoked sausages, and really liked it this way. It was very, very good. So I have some croissant rolls that I'm just going to spread out here, and then I take 1 piece of American cheese and I split it in half just so it fits better on here, and then I add my smoked sausage or hot dog right on top of there and then roll it up, and that's all there is to it. I do like to add parchment paper underneath of these because when the American cheese starts to melt out, they will end up sticking, and also it kind of prevents the American cheese from burning too badly. So that's what I do, and I just cook those on 375 for about 12 to 15 minutes. I always check mine, and sometimes I have to spin the pan in the oven, that way they cook evenly. Here is the finished macaroni and cheese, and then the finished pigs in a blanket. Like I said, I don't usually make these with the smoked sausages, but I really did enjoy it this way. And then here is our finished plates. I just want to say thank you guys again for coming back for another video. I appreciate it so much. This has become such a fun little hobby for myself, and I can't do it without you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on Wednesday.